Greetings and salutations, Life and Poetry fam. Welcome back to Poetry 102 with Marcus T. And welcome back to the channel. If for those of you who are new here or who might not have been following along with this series here, you may very well not know what the Poetry 102 series is and what it's about, right? So before we get started, I'm gonna explain to you what it is, guys. Then we're gonna get a recap of what we went through before, as we push through to the part of this series here that we want to talk about. And guys, we are coming to a close to this series here. It's been an amazing journey. We have after this video here, there's another video after this here. We're gonna close out the series with a bang. And as always, I pray that you guys get something from this here. I pray that I pray that this information isn't falling on deaf ears. And I pray that you can pull something from this as you implement it in your work. If you are a writer in any aspect of writing, I pray that these tips, tools, and techniques help you out, right? So what is Poetry 102? What are we talking about here? What's going on here, right? So in this series, the Poetry 102 series, we are discussing and breaking down tips, techniques for how to find your voice in writing, finding your writing style, as well as developing voice and tone in your specific writing style. Right now, and remember, guys, as I've said countless times before, these don't just transcend, these just don't lay with poetry. These tips, tools, and techniques can be used universally through various works of writing, whether it be storytelling, if you're writing a novel, children's books, poetry, whatever it may be. You can use these here, and it can help catapult you to in-depth greater space in your writing, which you can pull out a bit more as you're growing as a writer, right? So that's the Poetry 102 series. We're going over tips, tools, and techniques on how to find your voice, develop your voice, find the voice, writing styles, all that stuff there, right? Thus far, we went over the 5 steps to finding a writer's voice, right? Along with that, we went over, and we also broke down the base definition of voice, of what voice was. And we know that voice refers to the rhetorical mixture of vocabulary, tone, and the point of view and syntax that makes your phrases, sentences, and paragraphs flow in a particular manner, right? That's the base definition of voice, right? Now, as we're going through developing voice, we need to know that key principle there, what voice is. I'm not one to give you something and not try my best to break it down in what we may call layman's terms, so that we can understand it on a more simpler aspect. Now, there are some bigger vocabulary words we can throw out there, so on and so forth. We can make it sound so literal. We can make it sound like a literary sophistication piece of definition. I don't need all that, right? I'm gonna give it to you as I like to say, as simple enough that a second grade can understand it, right? I'm not calling you guys simple-minded. I just like simple instruction. As myself, I'm speaking for myself as a writer. I like the simple instruction when I've been taught, and if I give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna break it even more, to simplify it even more, so that there is no confusion behind it all. It's as simple as that, right? So we know voice. We went over the 5 steps to finding your voice. We went over what we defined what writing style is. We went on from that, and we went over the two elements of any writing style: voice and tone, voice and tone, voice and tone. Right? We went over all those there. So far, I know I went through that pretty fast. I want to get through these videos out. We had a lot to cover. Not with just this series here. Some other stuff is coming about. But we're gonna stay here. We're gonna stay focused here as we work through Poetry 102. As we close out with these last 2 episodes. One episode is coming out today, which is Tuesday. The next one, the final episode will be out this Thursday. Right. So guys, stay tuned. We pushing along. We're at the finish line. Let's finish strong, and let's make it do what it do. Right. Let's make it happen. Right. So today I want to talk to you guys about the 4 types of writing styles. Right. 4 types of writing styles. I'm gonna give you the base writing style and what they are, and we're gonna keep it as simple as that. We're not gonna go too in depth about it. Like I said, we went over the 2 elements of any writing style. I want to give you these here, and I want you to go and research on your own. I don't want to cloud your mind with what I think about it, so on and so forth. I found myself doing this as we opened this series here, and as I was going through it, I was asking myself, well, Was it too much? Am I overloading with information? And for me, it kind of was, right? So we're gonna simplify this as we go through. I'm gonna give you what they are, with the basic definition, basic what it is, so on and so forth. And we're gonna close it out there, right? We got 4 types of writing styles. Before we get into that, guys, I need you guys to do me a favor and go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Once you've done that, please be sure to turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we here at Life and Poetry drop a new video. And remember, Life and Poetry fam, that I say we, because you never know who's going to pop up and grace us with their presence here on the channel. There may be some old faces. There very well may be some new faces. You won't know unless you're informed. And to be informed, you have to do what? That's right. It's like music to my ears. You have to turn on, make sure that notification bell is turned on. All right. Let's stay informed. Let's share this content. Even if this doesn't fit for you guys, send it to somebody who you think can use this here, who wants to grow in their writing, who wants to become a writer. You can also go back to the Poetry 102, the Poetry 101 series, and send them that as well. I want to help you develop yourself as a writer, and you're learning about what it is to be a writer, specifically a poet, right? But if you want to do other writing styles, go for it. I encourage you to explore it all, as we said before in the with the 5 steps to venture out through various writing styles, right? Experience with different voices, different writing styles, whatever it may be. Go out and try it all, right? So let's talk today, right? Today we're going to talk about the 4 types of writing styles, right? Now there are generally 4 main types of writing styles. While you can pull up a specific writing style, but we still want you to incorporate your voice in that writing style, right? So the writing style typically doesn't change, right? Your voice may change as you're going through that specific writing style. So for instance, if you're writing poetry, right? Some poems will cause you to write in a more somber, a somber tone, or you're writing in an excitement tone. No matter what you're writing in, right? That writing style stays the same. Poetry is there, right? That's your niche, poetry. But you might be writing a poem that's sad, a poem that's excitement, a poem that's of misery or darkness, and your voice and tone will tend to change to that there, right? So now these different writing styles each have a specific targeted audience, right? We have a specific targeted audience, right? And they dictate how authors should shape their work, right? So depending on the audience that you're writing for, right? If you're writing to go before open mic, right? And you're writing poetry or a spoken word, right? The way you deliver it, right, will be so that audience who knows what poetry is, who can feel it, can tap into it with you, will be able to grasp it in the way you deliver it to them, right? So now it may very well change. You're writing for children, right? You're writing short stories, right? You may not have the same syntax there as you're writing for children that you do writing for, in other niches, right? So let's go through these 4 writing styles, and we will go through them pretty quickly. But nonetheless, this is very much informative as you're going through, as I said, as you're developing your writing styles, finding your tone, voice, all this, so on and so forth, right? So writing styles. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. The first writing style I want to talk to you guys about is expository writing, right? Now, what is this? What is this when you use it, so on and so forth? Okay, so you're using expository writing style to inform or explain a topic to your readers. You're exposing them to information, you're giving it to them, right? And you're laying out examples as you go through, right? You're laying out examples as you go through, right? Now, for this type of writing style, you could be writing business writing, essays, technical writing, news articles, and that there is the lane that you're writing in. You're giving information, right? You're exposing the readers to a specific set of information you want them to grasp on, right? Expository writing. You're exposing them to something that's informative that they need to know, right? The next one, number 2, is descriptive writing. Now, descriptive writing uses figurative language and sensory details to describe a person, place, thing, or and all those things there that that allow the readers to paint a picture in their mind. Now, this specific type of writing style is generally found in poetry, right? Remember, guys, all these tips and techniques, you can use these to transcend through many forms of writing. But descriptive writing, right, is often found in poetry. Why? Because as a poet, you want to be able to paint a picture in a short amount of time you can, so that your reader or your audience can paint it for themselves. Okay, now I can see what the writer is trying to convey. Right, I have the picture in my mind. I have the details. Right, the beautiful sunset off of the ocean pier, waves crashing down. I'm painting the picture. Right, you're able to paint a picture. Now I have the scene in my mind. Right, descriptive writing. You be as pinpoint as much detail as you can. Be as descriptive as you can as you want. Right, descriptive writing often found in poetry. The next one is narrative writing. Right, the narrative writing style is writing that tells a story that includes elements often found in a novel or short stories. Right, like main character setting plot. Right, you're narrating as you're going through. You're narrating as you're going through. You're telling where we're going, what's happening, what's coming about, what's around the corner, so on and so forth. Now, often, this type of writing is found or used in fiction writing, though. Right, fiction writing. Right, I want to narrate you through. I'm going to let you walk with you through this passage here, so that you're able to see or hear where we're going at. You're still painting pictures here, right? But I'm going to narrate it through for you. It's like I'm going to use an example, and it's going to sound so out there, right? I know I'm going to do this here, but I need to for this one here. It's like when you use closed captioning on your TV, right? The sound is off, but you're able to read along, right? I'm following along with you, right? We're reading along with you. That's narrative writing. I'm narrating the story for you, right? The last one, number 4, is persuasive writing, right? Now, most of these are common sense words, I guess you would say, or context clues words, right? Persuasive writing, right? What do you think that is, right? I'm going to persuade you as we're writing through, right? It's a persuasive writing style, right? Now, when you use this, you communicate your opinion to try to influence your readers to adapt your stance on a subject. I'm going to persuade you, right? This is it, this is that, and this is those, right? I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to do my best to sway you or persuade you that this is what's happening here, and to get you to adapt to what I'm trying to say, right? Now, examples of persuasive writing include cover letters, advertising campaigns, political speeches, and editorials. You see this a lot in political speeches, right? You know, elections are coming up, right? I think elections should be coming up around pretty soon. I don't know if it's primary or general. I think primaries are coming up pretty soon, or whatever it is. But so what happens is that person running for office is going to try to persuade you that you need to vote for them, right? So they're using the writing style that we call persuasive writing, right? I want to persuade you to go my way, right? I want to persuade you to go my way, right? I'm going to literally persuade you to go my way, right? Yeah. So those are 4 key or main types of writings. Those are the 4 main writing styles, right? And in those writing styles, remember that we will still incorporate our own voice in that writing style. No matter what it is, we will incorporate our own voice there, right? Now, remember also that each writing style will go for a specific specific audience set, right? Whether I'm writing fiction, whether I'm writing editorials, whether I'm writing an essay, right? No matter what it is, I would use one of these 4 writing styles to convey a message, a point, an opinion, whatever it may be. And I would use that with everything else we've learned and to compose a complete body of work, right? Now, again, these tips, tools, and techniques, I cannot say this enough. These tips, tools, and techniques transcend through many writing styles, pretty much every writing style you'll come across. Whether like we saw here, you got essays, news reports, poetry, fiction, editorials, whatever it is, right? They will transcend there. Novels, whatever it is, you can use these here, and you can do the what they call it, the matching game, right? What am I writing for now, right? I'm writing an essay, right? So I'm gonna use this here, right? But I'm gonna take my voice and I'm gonna mold it around this here. They will go a long way, right? If you understand the principles of what's happening there. And what I'm trying to give you here now is the principles of any writing that you're going to do. It don't vary but so much. Now, certain writing such as figurative, like fiction writing and poetry, and even children's stories will give you a longer rope, right? Meaning that you don't have to necessarily follow certain rules, right? But they will keep you in the rules that you have set will keep you in bound so that you won't step out of line too far. You know, as you go deep into your writing, you will learn how to go dive in and out of certain lanes in your writing. And that all comes with time, right? As we said before, understanding this here, finding your voice, understanding your voice, developing voice, all these things take time. It's not a rush. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And oftentimes it's a relay. Right? Oftentimes you got to pass the baton, right? And by that I mean you're gonna bounce ideas off of people. You're gonna go back and forth, right? Like the relay. You're gonna pass. I'm gonna pass it here. Boom. This person, I can pull from this person here. Boom. I can ask this person to tap in here. You find those things there in your writing as you're growing in writing. You don't want to stay stagnant in a specific mindset for too long. You want to be able to open it up, right? Don't just go with what you hear first, right? Take time to explore it. Explore it and dive into different avenues and different lanes as you are moving forward. No matter what it is, you go there, you take it there, and you take your time while doing it. Because the more time you take, the better you will get at it, the more you'll learn about it. And even with that being said, don't just take what I'm giving you here. I challenge you to go out and explore your own, right? You can take this here, but don't stop here, right? Go out and explore more. Go dive in. I cannot say that enough, guys. Dive into understanding your writing style, what you want to do with your writing. Don't just take my word for it. I remember I had a teacher, a creative writing teacher in school, or language arts, whatever they call it now. I think they call it language arts. I had an English teacher in school who told us that our writing, the way we write is like a fingerprint, right? It's there and it identifies you, right? But then he also went on to say that you only get to be identified. No, he didn't say that. I'm thinking about something different, right? The fingerprint, right? Yeah, right. He went on to say this was. I've been out of school some time, but bear with me. He went on to say that a great writer doesn't just look in the mirror and see himself. A great writer looks in the mirror and see everything around him, behind him, even in front of him, through that mirror. I didn't know, it sounded real stupid, right? How you gonna look in front of you in the mirror, right? He was able to paint the picture from using reflections that were behind him to see what was in front of him, and gave him the whole 360 of the scene he was painting, the picture he was painting. And I stick with that today, and I share that with you as well, that no matter what you're working on, right? Look in that mirror, see what's behind you, see what's in front of you, see what's around you, no matter what it may be, right? No matter what it may be, and just be great at what you do. And be unapologetic while you do it. No matter what it is, guys, be unapologetic while you do it. Everybody, family, we're going to close out here. But those are the 4 types of writing styles. I know I said I was going to exacerbate a lot. I think I did that. I'm sorry, but I can't help it. I love what I do. And I love teaching you. I love teaching this here because it's important to me. And I really want you guys to grasp it. But we're going to close out here. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I pray you made it to this point here. If not, that's okay as well. But I want you guys to go out and explore today with those writing styles. If you're in school, explore using these here in your essays as you're growing and developing in your own lane. And just be unapologetic where you do it and dive into those things here. Guys, I'll see you guys in the following video, which will be out Thursday. And in that video, we'll be talking about the eight tips for developing your writing style. 8 tips to developing your writing style. That one I think we're gonna run through that one like a breeze if we close out there. It's like the end of the year party. We're gonna we're gonna do some makeup. So we're gonna do some worksheets to get up out there, the bell ring, have a good day. But Life Poetry family, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning along with us in the Poetry 102 series. Again, if you have not watched the Poetry 101 series, guys, go back to watch that. The link is probably going to be at the end of this video here. If not up there somewhere already. But if not, just go back to the playlist and check out the 101 series. But yeah, guys, so we're going to close it here. Again, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All love here with your boy, Life and Poetry. All that good stuff, all that jazz. And I will see you next time here with the Poetry 102 series. So as always, stay safe, be blessed. Till next time, we out. Peace.